Chad, big win against Port Adelaide, couple in a row now, and especially off the bye. What's the morale like? It must be feeling a little bit better after probably a disappointing start to the first half of the year.
Yeah, I think, like you said, the morale definitely is a lot better. Makes you a lot happier after a couple of wins, but there's a long road to go. I think we've definitely improved a lot of things around the club standard-wise, off-field standards and on-field standards, so I think it's a good start. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what we got ahead as well.
Was there a part of the win that pleased you most? Obviously, I know a lot of attention's been on the scoreboard and the kicking, but just the way you guys played for the most part, it felt like it was a really dominant performance that we kind of haven't seen this year.
Yeah, definitely. I think the pressure we applied, the front half turnovers we were able to acquire, I think were the kind of main things that we kind of looked at. The goal kicking will sort itself out. Not too worried about that, to be honest. But yeah, we played kind of a Swans style that we've been training to play and that we kind of have the last couple of years.
Coxie mentioned obviously coming off the bye, you had a few days off, but then sort of 2 weekends ago, you had a pretty intense couple of days training. Was that pressure and bringing physicality, was that something that was spoken about a bit during that period?
Yeah, I think it was more kind of the off-field stuff around the club as well, in terms of standards where we kind of let slip a little bit that we kind of, I guess, wouldn't in the past, and we've just tuned that up a little bit. We've tuned up a few things in terms of challenging and rewarding other players, whether it's feedback or giving advice. So I think that, along with the training, physicality has helped a lot.
Yeah, big game, especially for you Friday, big 100 games. How you feeling heading into that?
Yeah, very excited. I think to play against such a informed team as well, it's exactly what I want to be playing into, and I think to have this journey with all the boys that I have with so far, I'm very excited for Friday night.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 2 big stars back last week, back this week. I mean, coming off the back of 2 really good wins, is there belief building that, you guys still aren't out of finals contention?
100%. I think we always believe that we'll be in the race and in contention. Like I said before, we've got a long way to go, but I think having, I guess what we have Millsy and Cano the other week, and then having Joel, Errol and Paps this week, and then maybe a couple more to come. It does give you a lot more confidence, and I think it showed on the weekend just how important those guys are as well.
Yeah, sure.
Having Errol back, having your best mate back, how was that playing with him again on Saturday Arvo?
Yeah, it was great fun. It's pretty funny how his left boot didn't leave him at all. He's hitting targets left, right and centre at the start. I think he thoroughly enjoyed it too. He wasn't too happy when they brought him off at the end though to manage his minutes. He was complaining to the S&C staff, but that's just him, to be honest. And having Paps back, I think it just shows how dangerous he is too. But for the both of them, it's not just what they do offensively with the ball. I think it's their structure and, I guess, defensive setup that they give to us is just so important.
Obviously, you got the Dogs this week, and I think it's the Bonds 250th as well, so a
Yep.
couple of milestones. Is he a player that you look up to? I know a lot of people talk about him as being probably the best player in the comp. Is he someone that you kind of go, okay, that's a similar path that you'd like to go, and I guess you get to share a milestone with him on Friday night?
Yeah, 100%. I think we're obviously pretty different players. I guess same position, but yeah, pretty different players. The one thing I take from him though is the ability, same as Isaac, to go forward and be really good in the air, and I guess be a damaging threat up there too. And he's someone I've watched since I was young, and yeah, just love watching, and hopefully we can serve it up to him this week.
And just someone who's clearly doing really well at the moment, Brody. He's been in sensational form probably all season, but particularly the last 6 weeks.
Yep.
What have you seen about his kind of elevation, especially when the team has needed people to stand up? He's been one of those guys who's been really strong.
Yeah, definitely. I think he wasn't very happy with the start of his season. I think he mentioned to a few of us, and from there he did a lot of work vision-wise and training-wise. I think he did a lot of extra running too to get his fitness base up. That started in the pre-season, and then he's continued with that. But I think the way he's just able to lock into his process and stay on the job has been the biggest thing at the moment, and not let his mind wander during games, and kind of think about what each moment needs. That's what he's been doing really well.
You mentioned the goal kicking obviously earlier, that you're pretty confident that it'll fix itself, but how much of a boost do you take out of the fact that I think it was 7 marks and something that Joel was able to get against a really informed defender in Asava? I mean, those sort of figures are the ones you can look at and go, okay, everything else will kind of flow off the back of that.
Yeah, well, I think if you look at Joel in particular, I think if you take out the accuracy part of it, he's actually absolutely dominated, and having him up there has been really great for us again. I love seeing him compete in the way he does, and the way he takes contested marks, the way he crushes packs. And like you said, the inside 50 marks has been something we've been lacking probably all year. I think we were 18th for scores per inside 50 for the whole of this year. So I think having him back there has really helped us in that regard.
Saw you guys watching the VFL side before at Adelaide Oval on the screens. Saw them get a good win, but obviously two pretty senior guys there in both Jake and Ollie who have kind of moved out of the team, I guess, to make way. What's it like seeing those guys obviously come out of the team, but to be so professional about it, to perform down there and help the twos as well? And what does that kind of say about the culture around the club at the moment, that people are, even if maybe it's not the best thing for them to be dropped, they're buying into it and what it means?
100%. It's a very big squad mentality at the moment, I think. And I think it started with a couple of weeks ago, that little off-field tune-up with the standards that we kind of made. I think everyone's really buying into that, which is great. You look at Ollie, who went back about a month ago maybe, down to the twos, and his training standards from there has just been huge. And the amount of boys he's brought along with him, I think it's helping everyone too. It's helping him, and I'm sure he'll be back soon with us as well.
And just on game 100, I mean, obviously a lot of talk about you earlier this year, committing your future here, but 100 games in the red and white. What does it kind of mean to you to have played here for now 4 or 5 years and bring up a milestone like that?
Yeah, it's so exciting. To be honest, it's pretty weird to think that it's come around already, and I guess coming from Perth, not knowing I guess what was going to be happening after that, and not knowing even if I was going to play one game. So I'm so grateful, first of all, I guess, for the chance to be given by the club, and then so grateful to be valued so much within a footy club and a community as well. It's honestly just so exciting, but I can't wait to see the next 100 or so, hopefully.
Do you look back at your draft at all? Obviously, so many sort of elite mids that we see now in the comp, we're taking those sort of first 10 picks, and you slid to the 30s. Is that something you think about at all, going, oh, I've got a point to prove, or is that something that you go, you want to show other clubs this is what you're missing out on a little bit?
Yeah, I think the main thing that you kind of do compare is I'm not sure about anyone else, but I really do compare myself to other people within your draft year, and a lot of them actually were mids, like you said, a lot of really good mids in Noah Anderson, Rao, Tom Green, Caleb Sarong, Luke Jackson, all those. I'm not sure. I hope they'd say the same. I hope they compare to everyone as well. I think it's just the mentality of all the competitors out there. But it's not really a point to prove type thing. It's more I just want to be better than all of them when I can, really.